stage where I didn't actually learn to use a computer at school, and I must confess that my knowledge of how to use a computer is very much trial and error, and I really need somebody to come along and fill in the gaps in my information.
Hello, my name's Ollie, and I particularly find the enabling power of ICT very beneficial. I myself am dyslexic, and I find that the way I could change the colours and the fonts and set text to an appropriate size when it comes into an email to me particularly useful, and it means that text doesn't blur up and I can get the information across to myself quite nicely.
Hi there, my name's Paul Webster. I'm from Navka, who are one of the partners in the ICT Hub, and this conference has been really good. It's like the other conferences that we've been part of organising. It's good to see how organisations have come together and have really learned and benefited from what has been presented to them. I've seen quite a few people have come to me and said that they've gone away with something, even if it was just something really simple, just a quick 30 seconds that they picked up, a quick tip, that they've gone away and it's something that they can really take back and implement in their organisation. So that's good, and it's good to see how people can really benefit from that.
I'm Jane Berry from the NetGain project, which is a national project funded under Change Up to run alongside the work of the ICT Hub. Very pleased to be here today. Went to the ICT costing and pricing workshop, and from the point of view of the project that we run nationally, I was really pleased to see that all the advice and recommendations that are given about ICT costing and pricing by the Hub are all very sensible and fit very well with what NetGain offers in terms of practical ways of how to achieve those decisions and how to actually get things moving forward with the strategy in your organisation. So be very pleased if anybody today signs up to all the ICT Hub advice, and also make sure they know where their local NetGain centre is so that they can come along and benefit from that programme as well.
What have I learned from today? Well, I guess two things mainly. First of all, there is still great demand from the voluntary and community sector for help and support with ICT systems, and providing that support has been my job for the past 10 years at least, and I'm still surprised at the amount of support that's required.
Berry, I'm the Chair of Trustees of a very new charity called School Aid Network. I'm so very grateful for all the advice and help that's been made available to us today. I simply can't believe what there is out there in the way of support networks. I've learned a tremendous amount already, not just in terminology of circuit riders and wikis and whatever, but also learnt how many other organisations share our aim of using ICT as a communication network. Our charity will hopefully link thousands of schools across England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, and enable them as young people to play a part in the new world, in the e-communication world, of partners with each other, of fundraising and of curriculum development. If there's anybody else out there today that would perhaps like to link with us as a new charity, we would love that. But once again, thank you organisers. I can't tell you what this has meant to us as such a small group. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Diane. I work for CAN in Northamptonshire. I've learned an awful lot today to be able to take back to the organisation about how to save money on Microsoft licences. We've got about 75 PCs to maintain, and although we've got a server, we get donated equipment and we have an awful problem with being able to license things. Obviously it costs money. So being able to use open source would be fantastic. A huge bonus to our organisation. Also being able to take away the fact that we'll be able to possibly progress the website so that people can add comments to it and use blog. Learned something new today, and I'm sure they'll be very pleased definitely to be able to save some money, and that's the main thing at the end of the day as being a charity. Thank you.
What I've learnt today is that technology needs to be made user-focused. It doesn't matter actually what technology is. What matters is what it can do for frontline organisations to help them meet the needs of their beneficiaries more effectively. If I had an ICT gripe, I suppose it's a gripe about myself, that I'm probably the most unsavvy ICT person I know. But I generally tend to know somebody that can help me. And so if you are still thinking, I'm not quite sure who to turn to help with my ICT needs, then please go on the ICT Hub's website and see whether there's something there for you. Thank you.
I'm Alex Grillis from Voluntary Action Leicester, and really just my point of view on today and the activities today. It's been really useful for us as a project that's providing a circuit riding service in Leicestershire, Leicestershire and Rutland, to see what other people are doing in other areas, what the
I'm Anne-Marie Macmillan from Derbyshire Toy Library Network. We're a relatively new organisation, umbrella body supporting the toy libraries of Derbyshire. We're approaching our official launch in November, and we're pushing to get our website completed for that date. But coming today and attending the workshops, realised that perhaps we shouldn't less speed and more haste, and taken on board the ideas from the workshops and everything with regard to tags and the blogging, so incorporating those within the website. And we've also taken on board from meeting Purple Zebra and Tony at previous workshops, purchasing our software and computers and benefiting from the support of the ICT Hub.
My name's Esther Gillespie. I'm the Development Officer for the ICT Hub based at NCBO, and I just wanted to let you all know that there will be a guide coming out towards the end of November, beginning of December, which is the How to Cost and Fund ICT guide. I run the session, the How to Cost and Fund session, which some of you may have attended today, and this is basically a guide that's been produced to offer the same sort of advice and guidance and tips and tools and workbooks that you can work with in order to cost and fund your ICT and think about building a proposal for a funder to support and fund your ICT. So look forward to that coming out, and you can find that information about that guide on our website at www.icthub.org.uk.
is to be happening, and perhaps something which should be taken on board, is the fact that the terminology circuit riding seems to put people off. Maybe we, as circuit riders, we perhaps need to relook at how we brand the service.
My biggest ICT gripe, I would guess, is really to do with resourcing of these changes. The organisation that I work for is a charity, and in particular the cost of ownership workshop, which I haven't attended today but did attend at the national conference, highlighted the true cost of actually owning and running an ICT system, and that is very difficult to resource through standard funding sources. It's very difficult to make the case for funding every single piece of that ICT ownership, as opposed to just getting money, capital in particular, for buying more computers.
Hi, my name is Siobhan Osborne and I'm from Citizens Online. Officially I'm here as an exhibitor today, but I've attended a few of the workshops and I've had a really good time. I was in communicating with ICT early this morning, and that was a really great workshop, very enjoyable, and coming away with loads of ideas about potential routes and avenues for the future.
Am I on?
Remember, count to 5 before you start.
listening.